Yeah, you gotta let me know what you think of Karamo though, because I'm just like I ain't never really seen nothing before, but I don't know. I feel like when my mom is headed to Columbia, South Carolina, that like she could be part of that because they don't have Oprah really no more. Dr. Phil going away. You know, sisters done gave up Dr. Oz a
What Dr.
minute.
Phil going?
He said he was done. He said he was done after
What?
yeah, he said he tired of these crazy white folks. He said he gotta do something different, you know. So I
And yeah,
get
as y'all see, everybody, this is how you start off a show.
exactly. So you
This
just
is how
get
you start off a show, everybody.
mid
I want to
conversation.
introduce y'all to my guy. So, y'all, everybody has to have a voice of reason. This is one of my voices. I only got about 3 voice of reasons. He's one of them. That's the great Corey Long. He does great work down in Florida. ESPN, he covers the Bucks. He does all the good stuff.
Yeah,
All the
I
good
do
stuff, man.
all the good
That's
stuff.
my guy right there. That's my sounding board, everybody.
All the good
He
stuff.
has saved a lot of you guys from me going nuts on social media platforms. I always say, I just telling them, what would Corey Long do? And I decided to put my phone down. So that
Yeah,
was the reason. Corey, what's up, brother?
not much, man. Not much, man. It's February, big week, Super Bowl week. LeBron just did his thing, NBA trade deadline. A lot of stuff happening. Like you remember when we were kids, like mid-February was just the most
It
boring
was
time.
dead.
Nothing. It was like unless you was really into watching 13 college basketball games on a Saturday, you had nothing to do. But now, you know, it's like NFL successfully dragged out their schedule to mid-February. They still got to wait. They still want to get it all the way through February, but they got it to mid-February.
Well, they got the combine coming up. So I mean,
Yeah,
it's like they here.
and college basketball needs to think. They have to start. They have to start their season after Christmas now, in
They
my
do.
opinion,
They do.
because
They do.
they're getting killed at every. They started around Thanksgiving, so it was at the heart of college football season. Then they go through the holidays, so they're going through bowl season.
Right.
North Carolina and Duke played last week. I didn't even know they was playing because you got NFL stuff happening. So it's
Right.
like just start this thing on January 1st. Like have a big, like have a the first week of January have this big opening week,
Right.
bunch of
Right.
tournaments stuff and just get it going
Well,
and just run it a couple extra. I don't care if you run through mid-April. No one like there ain't no seasons now. There ain't
right.
no respect. Like run that thing through mid-April if you got to. Like ain't no respect no more.
It
Just
was funny, Corey, is and I knew this, but I didn't realize it. Like USFL and XFL teams, they in training camp. A couple
yeah,
of the kids.
yeah. I think XFL starts the following Saturday after the Sunday. Starts like 18th, maybe.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
So
right.
to me, what college basketball can do is they can run they call it spring madness now because we done with March Madness. Call it
Right,
spring
right.
madness and
Rebranded, baby.
yeah,
Rebranded, baby.
and work with the NBA maybe to get NBA to take off those 2 weeks while you run your tournament.
Right, right,
And figure out like that, and the NBA can kind of use that as a rest period before they get to their playoff run. And I think that could work out. Actually, I think it could because you got to think NBA. They have TNT. They share a lot of TV partners.
right,
So
right,
it's difficult to pull that off. But that's where I think college basketball needs to be because they're killing their own sport by their schedule, and it's not a schedule they need to have.
right,
Yeah.
right. And then you factor in, we just don't know these kids. I mean,
Yeah.
the one and dones, I mean, like you say, Duke and Carolina. Everybody know I'm a Carolina fan.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they were playing. I'm sitting here
Yeah.
just happened to be going through the guide. I said, wait a minute, Duke and Carolina play. I mean, it was no hype on the game. None.
And it's not a bad time in the sport because what you're seeing is a lot of the big men, the traditional big men, are staying because the NIL is keeping them there, and there's no real room for them in the NBA. Like the NBA is a different. Sorry, there's a moth. NBA is a
Super
different
guard heavy,
sport.
guard heavy. If you don't have
Yeah,
no handles, you
so
can't play.
it's like these cats are realizing I can just stay in bigs and just kind of develop my skills as a post guy here with these NILs and still get this $1 million and not have to worry about
Right.
the NBA for a couple of years because you're not going to do a lot as a big man coming in at 19 anyway, unless you're, really skilled, unless you're Banchero or somebody like that that's really skilled as Zion or, them cats that are number one.
Mhm.
So, yeah, all right, where you want to start? You want to start with LeBron?
We gotta start LeBron, and
Okay.
we're gonna get to the scoring. We're gonna get to the scoring
Okay.
in a minute. So I've kind of been on this crusade maybe the last 2 to 3 years, and I guess as we got closer and closer to this scoring record, I gotta ask you this because it's driving me crazy. Is it me, or are you totally sick and tired of the LeBron versus Jordan debate every day?
I've been sick of it for 10 years. It's because it's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. It's and what it's done for people that are consumed by it is they haven't been able to enjoy watching LeBron, and before that, they weren't able to enjoy watching Kobe because Jordan retired a long time ago, and he owns a team now, and he plays a lot of golf, and he is nowhere nearly as passionate about any of you as you are about him. Trust me, he doesn't care. He is out there trying to just run. He is trying to right now. You want to support Jordan? Buy some tickets to the Charlotte Hornets because that's the team that he owns. That he's trying to figure out. Like, help him pick some players. Do that because, you're not like, and it's a thing to where, and you're gonna have people on this side and people on that side, and I get it. And it's the problem is they didn't play together. They never crossed paths.
Never cross paths. Never cross paths.
There's really nothing there to compare because and there's such different like the Kobe Jordan thing. At least they were very similar basketball players.
Right.
I can look at them and see LeBron is nothing like we've really ever seen in this league before.
True.
The closest thing I could think of to LeBron, like I can't really. Maybe Derek Coleman with a 3-point shot in terms of a guy that could just do so many things, but Derek was a bum when he got to the league. Like he was like Derek Coleman at Syracuse was. Like,
oh my God!
What? Like people forget Derek. Derek Coleman was the baddest dude on earth in Syracuse.
Period.
Yeah, that dude was 6'10" and could do anything on the floor. The closest thing I guess is Magic, but Magic was, they were different because Magic didn't run like he did not keep up his physical conditioning like LeBron did.
No.
As much as the Lakers were Showtime, they were also, they walked it down the court a lot. Magic was kind of the offense had to get set up. Kareem got to get in the post. Everybody's
got to wait on Kareem. Got to wait on Kareem.
Yeah, now we're playing at the, I like to say we're playing at like the Ferrari level of NBA where just run. It's run. Everybody in the league can score. Everybody in the league can run.
Yeah.
Cam Thomas should prove that anybody in this league can score. That dude averaged like 6 points a game, and he went 40, 40, 40, and 3. I don't even everybody can score in the NBA. There is not
everybody.
If you're not scoring, it's just because you don't get the ball. It ain't because you can't score.
Right.
Everybody can score. So I'm looking. Here's where LeBron is like something we've never seen. Look at, and when you get a chance, you can go on like Stat Reference, wherever. LeBron in his third year, which I think was a MVP or close to it, averaged 31 and a half. I think he averaged 7 boards, 6.5 assists. This year, he's in his 20th year.
Right.
He's averaging 30 points a game, like 8.5 rebounds and 7 assists. He's getting better.
Yeah.
He's getting better 20 years into the league.
Yeah.
His numbers are amazing. And they've always been amazing.
Yeah.
He's just physically I can say if you go, like I said, everybody's got their favorite, but I can't think of someone who's had a better NBA career than LeBron James from terms of start to finish, meeting expectations, which he was never going to meet everybody's expectations.
Oh, of course not.
Money that he's made, the impact that he's had, the cultural icon that he's been. So I give him that, and I say that He's a complete unicorn, a guy that can play any of the 5 positions on the floor. He's a number 1 pick every year in the league, every single year.
Come eat food ready.
I got okay. So I mean, and this is the thing. Whenever this conversation comes up, and I start trying to tell people this 4, 5, 6 years ago, I was like, our dads, our uncles, our granddads, us, our nieces and nephews, our kids, everybody's goat's gonna be different. And so that and Glade said, I always used to use the term just greatest of my era, because where everybody know I'm a Jordan guy. Everybody knows that. But my dad and my uncles will they don't get it. They like, why y'all like this dude? And it's as simple as that. And I like the term that you just said, that these guys never cross paths. Yeah. So we don't know. And the NBA is so different. And I think that's what blows my mind when people had this debate and this conversation. I'm like, what the NBA was in the 80s is different from the 90s. The 2000s, different. Even now, like the game continues to evolve.
So much different than it was 10 years ago. It's so much different. It's so much because everybody can score.
Right.
Everybody can score. There's no room for, the game's not physical. There's no room for a hatchet man on the floor.
Nah.
Like, even if Warriors are finding it out, like, Draymond, there ain't really no room for you in this game no more.
No.
You gotta put the ball in the basket. Like, all that run and dig your head in somebody's chest and whine to the ref and try to leg sweep somebody and beat up a teammate, that was all cool, 10 years ago. You could do that. But now you got to score. Right. Like, everybody, there's cats I ain't even heard of that are out there throwing up 40-point games a night. They like,
I'm talking about easy.
I don't even know if the Sacramento Kings can name everybody on their roster, but they still got cats that are out there going 25 and 30 every night. I'm like, how the Kings this good? And I'm like, serious. Like, I bet if you ask them on the Sacramento Kings who that guy over there is, he'd be like, oh damn, I didn't even know he was on the squad.
Dude, no lie, Corey. In covering these games, I'm always like, I have to always pull up the other team roster.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting there, because you always know the main guys.
Yeah.
But you just like, okay, who is that? Like, dude, I'm always literally like, I pull up the roster with everybody picture on it. I'm just like, okay, that's like we and it kind of go back to what we're talking about, the college game. We don't get to know these guys because that mean they don't hang around, and a lot of guys, especially the one and dones, the like say outside of really, you can say really outside the top 5. These guys start floating around the league like these guys don't even get to their second contract. They already on another team.
Yeah,
we just don't get to know them.
And I think part of that is really where the G League has really succeeded in terms of teams, but hasn't really succeeded in terms of fan knowledge, is that a lot of these guys are spending that first, second year in the G League. And I've watched a little G League here and there. I had to cover some games for injury, guys come back from injury stuff. And you look down, you're like, how that dude not in the league?
Yeah.
How that dude not in the league? Like, everybody in the G League is really good. Like, really good. Way better than the college team. Like, you take who's the best college team now? Houston. Well, like, the worst G League team would beat them by 35.
Easy. It wouldn't be close. It would be close.
Like, it's just like the talent level in basketball is off the charts, man. These guys are nuts. They're so athletic. Their shooting range is so deep. Their ability to score from anywhere on the floor.
Right.
It's just everybody. Hands in the face, corner threes, contested, pull up from 31. Don't matter. Like, it just doesn't matter.
Dude, figure 8 drill is non-existent in basketball today.
Oh, yeah. Like, you want to watch the figure 8, go watch the Harlem Globetrotters. That's the only place you're going to see it.
Because you got guys on breaks now. People come down. Everybody going to the wings.
Yeah, everybody. Like,
it's nobody cutting to the basket.
Yeah.
The point guard coming up the floor, guy backpedaling, trying to he got to sprint out to a corner because that's where they going. Ain't
That's
nobody
where
cutting
it's
the
going, yeah.
basket.
That's
Nobody.
where that ball is going. It's going for that corner three. So yeah, the league is just, and the playoffs is really our time to kind of catch up with these guys and
Right,
be like, it's
right.
like, who they do that scored 26 in the first half? I never heard of this guy. This guy about to put up 60 tonight. I never heard of him.
Dude, I'm watching OKC last night, and again, everybody, I cover the NBA.
Yeah.
I'm like, who are these guys?
Well, these dudes put up 80 in the first half against the Lakers. Like they was like me in double dribble, man. They just could not miss.
Dude, it was a sequence in the game, right there in the middle of the second quarter, where both teams, you hit a three, I come back, they hit a three, they come back. I'm like, so ain't nobody going to the basket. Nobody gonna try to pat the glass. That was like big for us back in the day. Like,
yeah.
Hey, if you could pat the glass, like you're winning. These dudes ain't doing none of that now.
I'm gonna tell you this. I saw South Carolina play UConn on Sunday. The women's game is more physical than the men's game is right now. Like, women out there bashing each other. Like the women's game out there, they out there crushing each other. Like,
hey, look,
I thought I was watching like old Pistons Celtics on Sunday, the way they was going at it on the glass.
Gino and Dawn, they taking shots at each other. I'm like,
yeah, Dawn out there wearing the Eagles sweater, letting Gino know we playing Philly ball tonight. I don't care what it says on the front of them South Carolina jerseys. It's a Philadelphia game tonight.
Broad Street, baby, Broad Street.
Right. This old school Temple Villanova tonight. So it's not like
Big Monday. There's definitely Big Monday on a Sunday.
I tell you, women's game way harder than this game right now.
And it ain't even close, everybody. It's not close.
Yeah,
it's not close.
If you see a Leah Boston running down the lane, get out the way.
Bruh. Take a charge you want to.
Yeah,
take a charge you want to.
Your ass smack over. What's gonna happen?
So let's go ahead and get into LeBron. He breaks the record. It was inevitable. We kind of knew this at the end of last season. At some point this year, he was going to definitely break the record. It was good to see Kareem, in the building. It's done. Your thoughts, stroke of midnight, it finally happened. Your thoughts?
It's a credit to his longevity. It's a credit to his consistency. He's accomplished so many things in the sport. He's a 4-time champion. He's won, he won arguably, the most dramatic NBA series that I had seen probably since, the 84 Lakers Celtics when they beat the Warriors, that team, that game 7. He's done so many things over 20 years, and he still is a top 10 guy in the league, which I think is just incredible.
Hat off, salute.
Like I can't express how lucky we are as sports fans to have this guy playing at this level for this long.
Yeah.
And and over this period of time, over 20 years, everybody has been waiting for him to make the big mistake, waiting for him to slip, waiting for him to screw up, waiting for him to embarrass himself. And we can question the decision, we can question some pragmatic things, but he's proven himself to be a standout athlete on the court. He's proven himself to be someone that is aware of the issues off the court.
Yeah.
He shows great levels of self-awareness at times. He's a family man. He's had a wonderful relationship with his children, with his wife. He obviously very much enjoys the home life, and he's able to balance all of these things. And I wonder how these guys sleep, man. Like, because you got so many things going on. Like, you got to play, you got public appearances, people want you here. You got to go to the Grammys, you got to be at the after party. You got, like living this life, being the top athlete. And that was the thing with Michael Jordan. Like, he never slept. Like, he was 36 holes of golf.
Right.
And he was out here. And he was out there playing cards. And it's like, then he got practice in the morning. He's doing weights. And it's like, man, you know, Kobe, you saw that redeem team, and Kobe the same way. These dudes getting back, man. We was out at the club, and Kobe like got his weight gloves on. I'm going to the gym. They're like, for real? Well, guess we need to go to the gym too, because Kobe done figured out something.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I love, and you know, that's the thing. It's like the similarities between those guys are far greater than what separates them. Is that they've all made the ultimate sacrifice to
Yeah.
be the greatest that they could be at their time period. The ultimate sacrifice.
It's
You know,
crazy. You talked about traits, and it's funny. It's almost like if you just close your eyes and just like listen to Jeter talk about his process, Jordan his process, Kobe his process, LeBron his process, Brady his process.
yeah.
All of these guys are all basically saying the same thing. You know, Shannon Sharp talks about all the time how, listen, I was a horrible family member. I was a horrible dad. I was a horrible brother because football, the sport, was what I cared about most. You hear Jeter talk about that. And the thing I probably give LeBron the most ultimate credit for is the fact that he is truly doing it in a super fish bowl.
Yeah.
It was easier for Jordan and Kobe was like at the end of social. Kobe was leaving when social media really became what it was. Him and Jeter were kind of like a couple of years of it, but it wasn't as big as like the picture of everybody with their phone out. LeBron has lived his life from day one when they said you the chosen one. And he had to carry this. He's carried it for 20 years. Like you say, nothing crazy. We see guys do crazy stuff. I mean, we watch Odell Beckham like self-sabotage.
Yeah, we watch him just ruin his own career. You know, we see cats doing, you know, stuff like cats will film themselves screwing up now. Film themselves out there, you know, messing up out in the club. So it's just they want to get caught almost. Like TMZ out there at every step, you know, everybody see like nobody thought, remember the Warriors, ain't nobody see Draymond knock Tyrone Poole out. Especially Jordan Poole out. What is the other name? Yes, he did. Somebody had that camera going, you know, it's always out there.
The camera is always rolling.
Yeah,
and
it's always on. So
these guys have to remind themselves of that. And like you say, what we talked about, all of these athletes up until this point never had to worry about that. I was reading something about how a lot of what Brady was going through in Tampa this season, and they were just talking about how, like, you know, you could see it because it's like he really couldn't go nowhere because like people see Tom Brady, like say people don't say hey how you doing anymore. They just the first thing they do is go,
oh yeah, they all up. Yeah, and he really did. This was it was rough. It was rough watching that team week in or week out. It was rough watching him. You could tell a lot of the post games. It's like, man, he looks tired. Man, he looks just exhausted. And it was I was happy he retired, and not happy to see him gone necessarily. I was happy to see him retired because he looked like a guy that no longer wanted to be there. Like he wanted to play football. And if he could just play football, he'd be okay. But he didn't want to be Tom Brady playing football anymore.
Right.
He wanted to be guy out there on the field playing football. You know, being Tom Brady had finally caught up to him after all this time. Being Tom Brady, going through a divorce, going through a rough season, having all these questions about him, it just caught up to him. And it catches up to everybody. It'll eventually catch up to LeBron. It caught up to Jordan. It caught up. It does catch up to you at some point. You just can't deal with it. You just need an extended break from it. And the break that and I'm curious, and that's why I was not surprised to see Brady say, "I'm not doing Fox till 2024."
Right.
Break. I got to find out where I want to live now, where I want my kids to go to school at. I got to spend time kind of figuring out how I want to raise them, with Giselle, how we got to co-parent. Like I got to get used to that stuff before I go back, hit the road again for 18, 20 weeks, be on the road because being an analyst, you got to study, you got to watch these games, you got production meetings. Like it's a full. It's not
it's a job. It's another job. It's a
It's
job.
a job. Yeah. So so I understand why he's taking the time off. I think it made sense. Like, yeah, he's got to take a year off just to kind of find yourself again,
Right,
just to kind of
right.
find out who you
Just
are.
unplug from being Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's like I do get it. I do get it when guys say that, we got to reset, we got to unplug, we got to take time off, and because you got to figure out how can I have a little bit of privacy while being a public figure because it's not easy. It's not easy at all.
Was it ever a time down in Tampa? I know I never really saw videos or photos of him out. I think I got one other partner that stayed down there, and I think she was telling me she saw him like one time. He's been there 2 years. She saw him one time, and kind of saw him, but really didn't see him because, of course, he was trying to like get in and get out. But what did he have? Did he have a presence in Tampa?
Not, he would practice before the on the off season he would throw it like a high school. I think he threw at Berkeley Prep High School. So you could see him out there. If you could get past the gates of Berkeley Prep, if you knew somebody, I knew the coach out there, so he would usually text me and say, "Hey, TB12 out there throwing and throwing pitching." I wasn't going out there, but
right.
he let me know if he was out there. So he would go out there, he would throw a little bit. Like I could tell you probably the 5 or 6 restaurants that he would go to because I might have known somebody there that they would have like a little backspace for him. They would have, he would call them up ahead of time, say he was going to eat after the game or eat here with his wife or do something. They would have a little private room and they'd have a private, way to kind of usher him in, usher him out.
Right.
Because they usually it's old Goodfellas style. They usually come through the kitchen. People don't realize it. They usually do come through like the back door in the kitchen and go to where they need to go, so they're not coming through the front door. So stuff like that. So that was it. I saw him a couple of times down in like Davis Island area at some of the more where you could see him. I think I saw him once with his daughter, which was I forget what they would do. It was nothing. It was no big deal. I think like they were just kind of out there walking. It was an area like you get into there's certain areas in Tampa where you could kind of go outside a little bit, feel okay. But most of the time he spent this time, he had Jeter's house for those couple years, and then I think he, if I'm not mistaken, he stayed at like a high rise somewhere.
Okay.
High rise somewhere down in Bayshore, and again, it was a situation where you get him in, get him out pretty easily. There was, he mostly spent this time. He didn't get out a whole lot. He got out to go practice and stuff and play, and that was kind of his out time. So
he went out here like all the youngest, huh? So we outside. We outside. Yeah.
And he couldn't, the thing is he's a father. He's got a lot of kids. He's got there's not a lot of fun time to be had.
Nah.
You're not doing what you're doing. Like, ain't like he Gronk where you can just be out retired and be out just chilling out here, got his cruise ship, out just playing around, making appearances. Because, Gronk ain't got nothing else. He ain't got no kids.
Gronk living his best life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not like, but he wasn't like the Manning brothers to where, the Manning brothers, they constantly stayed out. They stayed out in the public enough to where the public wasn't astonished to see him out, which was kind of good. They was out enough where it would be like, cool, they out again. They out hanging out with people,
And unlike Brady, the Mannings just got that personality. Like, like you can have you truly can have a beer with Eli and Peyton.
Yeah.
And like they could walk in any bar and like you say, people wouldn't bother them. Like they would just be like, big head. What's up, big head?
They were like, what up, P? What up, Eli? They come on in there. They go in there, have a few drinks. They're gonna watch the game. They're gonna curse at the game like you are. They go like, they go,
They truly everyday guys. They guys.
Yeah. And it made it, and that's what allows them to kind of be out in public and chill because people see them out there. They're not overwhelmed when they see them because they kind of feel like they kind of already have a personal connection.
Yeah, you kind of know him. Like,
Yeah,
you know.
you have a personal connection to him.
Right. Like, I'm pretty sure Peyton, and like I say, I've seen him out. He be in Atlanta a lot, so he would always come to Falcon games, or he'd pop up at a college football game. But everywhere he go, people are Omaha. He just laugh. I'm like, he'd probably be like,
yeah,
Jesus Christ, what have I done?
exactly. Yeah, man.
I gotta get your thoughts on Dion. You and I, we're in a sports talker group. That's why I named this segment Sports Talkers. For shout out to all our guys in our sports group. Excellent sports group, by the way. The Dion saga. I thought it was comedy when everybody was up in arms that he left Jackson State, and I don't know. I mean, what this man's supposed to basically work for free for the next 4 to 5 years. Like,
Colorado said, "All right, what are they paying you? We're gonna give you 20 times that salary to come over there." Like, none of y'all would just not like. I'm surprised it took Dion that long to think about it. I'd have been like, when they said 20 times, I'd have been, yep, we good. Yep, that's all we need. We good.
Wait a minute, y'all mean say I'm actually gonna get a direct deposit? I'm gonna see it.
Yeah, you gonna see this money?
Oh, okay, yeah. Sign me up for that. Like, I couldn't understand for the life of me. And like one of the things that I think that you do well in every platform is you just it's coming. You just make it coming. So you wouldn't leave your job for 20 times more money. Like, they offering bigger cheese over here. You gonna stay at your job? Yeah, okay, right, okay, yeah.
I'm down for the culture like everybody else is, man. But
the culture,
yeah, I'm for the culture, but I'm also for 20 times my salary. I'm for retirement. My dad, God rest his soul, he worked in New York City Transit for 27 years. He retired at 50, died at 81. That meant he spent 31 years making like a $5,000 pension a month for doing nothing. And then he got a Social Security check. So his last 20 years, he got about $7,000 a month to go on cruises and tell white folks to kiss his ass. It was the most amazing thing. Like, that's why he'll always be my hero. Like I was like, man, how did you game the system like no man ever before in life? Like, seriously, you spent 20 years getting $7,000 a month just to go on cruises all day with my mom, and just be like, I ain't gonna do fuck y'all. I ain't gonna do whatever y'all want. Like,
you can't tell me what to do.
Yeah, you can't tell me nothing. Y'all paying me this much not to work. Y'all literally paying me this much not to do anything. Y'all paying me this much to vacation.
It was just
postcards. I'm surprised Dad didn't send transit postcards every day of every place he went.
This son of a bird.
Yeah, let me send the old transit a postcard today. Wish you was here.
I couldn't believe the backlash that fell in Dion's lap, because I'm sitting here like, first of all, the man, like, when he in taking the job, you couldn't possibly think that he was going to do 10 years at Jackson State. You just couldn't possibly fathom that. You couldn't think that.
Do that. I mean, there was, I thought he did a great job at Jackson State for 3 seasons that he was there. And really put a spotlight on that program, which in a way put a spotlight on other HBCUs, which got some level of the ball rolling. He showed that the NIL can work at the HBCU level to some extent, which it did. And, but again, like you said, and the problem is nothing is ever enough. You always want to do more. And, my dad's favorite athlete was Muhammad Ali. And he always said he just loved Muhammad Ali because he felt like Muhammad Ali stood for everything that my dad wanted to stand for at that period of time in life. And he always stood for it. But as he said, he could never satisfy anybody because no matter what he did, he gave up 4 years of his career. He didn't go to war. He fought for equal right. He could have done more. He could have done more. Well, you know what? You could have done more. How about that? He did what he was asked to do, and he did more than that.
Yeah.
He went above and beyond. And then you remember when Jackson had the water problem? What's Deion doing? Well, Deion don't run the water plant.
Yeah.
Y'all asking him to coach the football team. Y'all ain't asking him to run like the hydration system in Mississippi. He ain't the governor. Seriously.
All these things are true. And my thing was the program was in a much better place when he left because, listen, he added out. Cameras always rolling on Deion. You saw what the facilities looked like when he got there. You see what the facilities look like in him leaving. Going to Colorado. Come on, he had to take that job. He had to take it.
He got Walmart to build them a brand new practice field when Walmart was not going to gain anything from it. Most of you can't even get Walmart to give your cousin a job. He got them to build them a practice field when they weren't going to gain anything by this. There was no advertising gain for them.
Right. It's not called Walmart practice field.
Yeah, he literally went to people to, hey, I need a practice field. All right, Deion, we're gonna build you one. Y'all really gonna be like, Jack, gone. I'd have taken my practice field with me. I'm like, cool. I'm gonna take my practice field with me. Y'all want me to go? Y'all ain't got no practice field no more. I'd be like a kid.
We're gonna pack all this up. We're gonna pack this. We're gonna pack
dig all this up. Dig it all up.
We're gonna paint it black and gold.
Exactly. We're gonna make that Colorado our off-season practice field. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to Jackson and practice on this is my practice field. Put it here. I'd have been like a kid. Nah, I'm taking it all. Well, y'all don't have nothing to play with when I'm done. Taking these helmets, everything. Y'all only got one uniform now.
All these helmets are painted black and gold. They're gonna be they're gonna be our practice helmets in Colorado. They ain't studying, y'all.
Exactly.
It bothered me so, and I always tell people, what are in the HBCU space, all of you HBCU alums and what are you guys doing? Are you giving back to your school? Are you just going to more than homecoming? I mean, what are you doing? So I'm like, y'all gotta remember, Deion went to Florida State.
Yeah, he didn't go to Alabama A&M.
That's why everything was so baffling. He was like, wait a minute, hold on. And we talk about development, all his kids there.
Yeah, he took all of it too, man. He took everybody on the roster that came. Yeah, hey, whoever came with me and want to go on the Boulder, y'all put your name down there on the list. We're gonna get y'all a plane ticket. Yeah. He took all the kids with him, man.
Talk about all in. He could have easily sent his kids anywhere.
Yeah.
They dealt with him every day, going through the water crisis, facilities.
They went through everything. He had the guy, what was Marcus Lemonis? The guy on that CNBC was the one that gave him a whole bunch of water. People sending him he got that done. He got it. He can't get it done for everybody. He can't be everybody. He was not going to be the savior of Jackson, Mississippi.
No.
Jackson, Mississippi got issues that go way, way, way deeper than Deion Sanders, okay? A lot deeper than Deion Sanders.
Facts. So how do you see his tenure at Colorado? What do you see? So this year, I see where everybody's basically, oh, how many games does Deion win? And so my thing is everybody, if he win 3 games, that's success. They were 1-11
last year. He is. I ain't never seen a guy add 55 new players to a roster in an off season he did. He literally added he basically cut everybody off the team last year. Every single person that just said, I'm bringing a whole new team of players. So my thing is, if they win 4, it'll be good. If they win 6, it's amazing. But the
Right.
problem is, whatever they win, they're going to push the goalpost back. If he wins, we know that if he goes 4-8, that's a very good year in the first year. That's a bad program.
Right.
But they would wonder why he didn't win 6.
Yeah.
If he wins 6, they're going to wonder why he didn't win 8.
Yeah.
You know, because he's Deion, but he's still a black coach at FBS football, and that's a hard place to be. That's a hard place to be because they're always changing the expectations on you.
Move that goalpost, as they like to say.
Exactly.
They move that goalpost, and it's just funny. I looked at the schedule. I remember me and another one of our partners. We were just like, he was like, "Okay, when?" I said, I mean, we don't know because we don't know how Shedeur the jump up in competition. I mean, we got to see, can he handle it? Travis Hunter, one of the things that was knock on him since he was in high school, his size. Now he's gonna be playing big boy football. It's gonna be guards pulling. It's gonna be tackles out there coming out there see what Travis Hunter about.
Yeah, exactly.
All of these things we're gonna see, but the one thing I do give Deion credit for, and I think he can do this anywhere, his showmanship and his ability to sell the program.
Oh yeah,
it's just amazing.
I don't know if you are. I am on, and it's called. I think it's called. What is it? Well Off Media is where they have all their stuff.
Well Off Forever.
I'm on it every day. Yeah. I'm on it every day, looking at whatever video my man puts out. Every single day, I am on there watching to see. Oh, Lil Wayne came by Colorado today.
Yeah.
Oh, Deion's family looked at the new swimming pool. It don't matter. I am on there every day to see what's about. Like I ain't been as interested in Colorado since Cordell Stewart was there.
Look, I thought it was just me. I'm sitting here.
I'm on there every day.
I'm watching Shallow and Shalomi or Shalomai. I'm watching them. First of all, I didn't even know how to pronounce the name. That's how you know I've been watching these videos. I'm watching them apartment hunt.
Yeah.
Bucket just got a new Corvette. Like I'm like you do. I'm all in.
I'm all in on Colorado, right? I just want to watch. I want to watch so much Colorado football media right now because it's just so interesting to me. Like nobody else, and that's the thing. It's like no other program is doing. Like even Deion got that foresight to understand. Like me alone, just me, just Deion Sanders coaching Colorado ain't gonna make us a winner. I got to present this out to the public every day that we doing big things here. How do I do that? I just unload on social media every day. Man, I'm 16, them class of 24, 25, 26 kids eating it up because they get to watch it every day. Like you just tell them, listen, go to our YouTube channel. Check out what we're doing. Yeah. Every single day we got something new up there.
And it's so crazy. I think it's gonna have such an impact that I've noticed a lot of schools are starting to ramp up their social media.
Yeah.
I saw the other day Clemson usually does, do the workout because they got this little thing called the vlog. So, but it's just all Clemson football. They're starting to get outside the box now. Yeah. Now it's the day in the life of this guy. George is doing the same thing. Like Deion is.
Yeah.
Like people want to see, like we want to see.
You want to see the culture. You want to see how they living. How these guys living. We can watch. I don't want to see no more 5-minute hype practice video. I want to see how these guys living, man. I want to see that big weight room. I want to see them in that lounge playing Madden and and doing. I want to. I really love to see them in the cafeteria. I want to see what they eating, man. Cats eating like these nice meals. I want to see this. I want to see this all.
This is the funny part, Corey, and I have to tell a few different people. I'm like, listen, the upgrade from Jackson State to Colorado, very great upgrade. You guys will be blown away when I tell people, I'm like, listen, Colorado facilities, very nice. They're not even in the top 10.
No, they're not even. They're probably at the bottom level of the Pac-12. But they're amazing compared to where, like you saw him, wow, this is what y'all got. like what do you?
Y'all won 11 with this.
Wow. Y'all got how many benches y'all got in the weight room? I didn't even know I could put that. How? What? Like this weight room the size of my whole science department at Jackson State. Like it's like
Y'all got hot tub, cold tub, and we got our own shelves. Like,
yeah.
don't no regular students come here. It's just for the, and y'all 1-11. Get out of here.
Get out of here, man. Y'all supposed to lose some of this stuff if y'all 1-11. Like you're supposed to be like Major League, where the evil headmaster comes to take your cold tub. Take that damn cold tub out
Shut
of
it
there.
down.
Those trifling asses can't win nothing. Take that hot tub out. Oh, trifling ass 1-11 having asses. No more massage table for y'all. How about that?
Kids come in Monday. No water in the hot tub and cold tub. They never see.
If college football was like the Hunger Games, wouldn't it be so much more entertaining? Like you lose something valuable. Like y'all thought y'all was too good to eat with the regular students. How about this? Have another 3-8 season. See if y'all get a cafeteria.
This calf is closed.
It's gone. Chef out. Like everything, man. College football would be crazy if that was the case. Where like you just lost stuff. Like you literally, like your amenities were really based on your wins and losses. Like you just think like, man, hey man, why you throw that pick, man? What the hell, man? Don't you know this is our massage table on the line today?
Everybody in the locker room like, dude, look here, man. Hey, y'all like the training table, right? Y'all like that, bruh. Somebody needs to break some tackles and make some plays, man. We tripping.
Exactly, man. Y'all, did that social media see some kids crying as they see their locker room getting taken out, them old high school locker rooms, getting pushed back in, man. They be like, man,
take them lounge chairs out. You put wooden benches.
Put them old church folding chairs up in there. Them cats gonna be like crying, man. Like
with the cage looking locker.
Like they gonna be in the cafeteria, man. This chicken fried steak sucks. You know what I'm saying, man? It's so
I be like, wait a minute, hold on. I can't charge my phone in my locker no more. No. I get out of practice, coach, my phone gonna be there. So
for what? Should have won. How about this? Y'all thought about that when you lost to Missouri last week, huh? Man, that would make college football so much better if you just lost stuff every time you lose. Like,
the Clips have a bad season. Dabo coming up. All these slides gone.
Yeah. Hey, y'all like that mini golf? Mini golf, plug up them holes. Ain't nothing now. Ain't nothing. Take them putters away.
We're not running down the hill no more. Exactly. Howard Rock is closed. It's closed.
Rock is closed.
Y'all coming out right here.
The Rock have a big cover on it. Don't touch nothing.
We saving all the money. Them 4 buses that we use to drive y'all around to the other side. Out. Y'all coming from right here. Y'all just gonna walk out.
Walk your non-conference title winning asses around the corner. Yeah.
Matter of fact, get dressed right out here. Put your helmet on your shoulder. Yeah. Y'all get dressed right there. You ain't even going in.
They ain't even going to the locker room, man. They don't want to see a little naked losing asses anyway. Going out there and play.
Man, we gonna close with this one now. Super Bowl.
All right.
Is here.
Yes.
Two different methods of madness for both of these teams to get here. I've been on my Philly people all week. I told them I got receipts a year ago. Y'all didn't want Jalen Hurts. Y'all was like, oh my God, this guy, Nick Sirianni, was a laughing stock.
Uh-huh.
Howie Roseman is a guy, and I kind of talked about it earlier this morning. I had some throwaway notes, so I'll just get to the people. Howie Roseman 5 years ago won the Super Bowl. And he's torn that thing down and he's rebuilt it, and he's right back here.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about the Philadelphia Eagles. Are you amazed to see what Jalen, what Sirianni, what this team has done to put themselves right here on the brink of winning a Super Bowl?
I saw the Eagles last year. They lost to the Bucs in the first round of playoffs last year. They didn't play well, but they got there. And you could see, you could see a young team that was, beaten up by a veteran team. But I
Mm.
remember going into that locker room afterwards, and the guys were disappointed they lost. But I remember to a man they were telling, y'all ain't got no idea how close we really are. We just need
Mm.
one or two things to break our way. We need one or two guys to take that next step. And Sirianni said the same thing. He's like, today wasn't our day, but y'all got no idea how close we are with this.
Mm.
Like, it's just going to, and I remember he said, it's just going to take another off season to season it. He said, we just going to, guys, he says, the guys come back like they did this off season, get back in here early, work out, figure out each other, figure out how to be better teammates to each other. He's like, we're there. He's like, we are not that far away.
Mm.
And you leave like, man, y'all got busted 31. Man, y'all, the Bucks dragged y'all, man. Please get out of here. He knew it though. He knew it. And and you know what? Jalen Hurts he's had to fight it at every level. He gets to Alabama, he's the guy. He has a bad, Kirby puts that thing on him for a bad game. Tua comes in, saves him. He's now on the bench.
Yeah.
He hasn't come off the bench to help Bama win an SEC title, but it's no longer his spot. He goes to Oklahoma.
It's Tua's job.
Yeah, Tua's job. He goes to Oklahoma, gets with Lincoln Riley. Lincoln kind of, teaches him, really shows some faith in him. He gets back to the playoff, doesn't win, gets to be a Heisman finalist, but you know what? He never stopped working, which is what I appreciate. And that was why, that Howie Roseman took a chance on him. That's why he fired Doug Peterson over him, because Doug Peterson,
Peterson didn't want him.
I want this guy. And Howie's like, well, then you got to not want him somewhere else. You will not want him here. And because maybe Howie Roseman, he might just understand character. He might really understand the balance between the talent and the character needed to win. And that's when I see Jalen Hurts, I'm just blown away by his character, his ability to want to work harder and want to be better at things. Like, it's easy, because we throw away young players, especially the quarterback position, so quickly.
Yeah.
We get him in for a season. He can't do this. He can't do that. He can't do the other thing.
Already ready to move on.
Yeah, already figured out, he ain't gonna be able to do these things.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I'm gonna get me a passing quarterback. I'm gonna go down to South Florida. I'm gonna go work out I'm gonna work out from I think 2 weeks after the season ended.
Yeah.
I'm back in there throwing. I'm calling guys. I'm getting guys out here. I'm throwing to high school kids. I'm just going to figure this out.
Right.
I'm going to do it so much to where I'm going to get better at this.
Mm.
And, they see him getting better. And then Howard Rosen says, well, I got to get him some more weapons. I'm going to get him A.J. Brown. I'm going to get him guys that are going to make him an even better quarterback.
Make your job easier. Make your job easier.
And that's what happened. They saw the commitment that he was putting in, and that organization's committed to him.
Yep.
And that's why they win. And that's the way they are with their players. It was like, you read the story in their left tackle. He was out there playing rugby. He was a rugby cat, big old cat playing rugby. They like, you're 6'8", 345. I throw a 7th round pick on you. The Pro Bowler now.
What's the worst can happen? Yeah, what's the worst that can happen? Yeah.
Guy Pro Bowler now. Like, you understand guys, you're asking the right questions during the process of how you're evaluating them. You see, you realize that these are the guys that understand. Football is the ultimate team sport. There's no sport like it. You need everybody from the 46 on the field to your practice squad. You need everybody on the same page at all times for you to have a chance to win. And that's what they have figured out. They've got guys that are always on the same page, guys that always have the same goal in mind. Like the way their offensive line moves, everybody understands what they need to do. Everybody does their job. Yeah. It's really impressive to see.
It's crazy. We kind of giving Roseman these kudos, and he's the type of guy. They had Wentz. Wentz, number 2 overall pick, Wentz franchise quarterback. You still draft Jalen Hurts because you like, yeah, I mean, this guy,
Yeah, a little shaky.
yeah,
A little shaky.
but,
You don't really know.
but the foresight to, you know what? Let's go on and move him now while people still think he good.
Yeah,
And I get something for him.
exactly. Yeah, isn't it? Frank Reich, he's still really that good, you know.
Yeah.
He's really that good. Yeah. You know,
give me two number ones.
He won us an MVP. We basically give them to you. We give them to you. Like, it's like Moneyball. Like, why you want to give us him? Because I'm amazing. That's why. You know, so, come on, man.
And you take that, like you say, they could have drafted. I mean, they could have easily drafted Justin Jefferson. He was right there for him.
Yeah,
they took Rager. It happens.
it happens.
It happens. But hey, you know what, Rager? Not getting the job done. Don't worry about it. We're gonna trade for AJ Brown. Oh, and by the way, we're just gonna draft Devontae Smith too. We just bring Devontae in.
We're gonna recruit over you like you wasn't even here.
Yeah. Hey, maybe before your 4 years, maybe you'll block a punt or something.
Maybe you don't, you know, but you know what we got? We're gonna move on.
Right. This guy and how he builds this thing up front first. Both his offensive line, defensive line, you just talked about rugby guy.
Yeah.
He out here now making a Pro Bowl. It's crazy. But this is the way they've constructed this team. Like I say, we won a Super Bowl. Man, Doug Peterson, see you.
Yeah, gotta go.
We're back.
It's gone, yeah.
Like, so we flipped it.
There's nobody from that Super Bowl team. Super Bowl team was 5 years ago.
That's crazy.
It feel like Kelsey the only cat left. Like, I'm looking at that roster, I'm like, all right, Foles gone, Wentz gone, LeGarrette Blount gone, Corey Clement gone, Alshon Jeffrey gone. Who else was on that team?
Like, dude, they don't even use the Meek Mill song no more. I mean, like, hey, get that Meek Mill group out of here. We going to Lil Uzi Vert.
We passed that one. We passed you now, Meek. You was 5 years ago, Meek.
Man, bring Lil Uzi Vert in here, man.
Yeah.
But then we look at the other team. We look at Kansas City. Kansas City is a squad that's truly built through the draft.
Yeah.
You know, they got 15 starters that they drafted.
And they have to be because they've got so much money invested in a quarterback.
And there it is right now.
Yeah. And it's why you have to be sure when you give that large contract. And you say, like, we love Joe Burrow. Who doesn't love Joe Burrow?
Oh, yeah, swaggy.
And Cincinnati knows that, all right, this is a $260 million extension coming, and we're gonna and he has to be good enough for us to win, for us having some deficiencies that we don't have to worry about right now because he's still in his rookie contract. That's why if you got a young stud at QB, your best championship window's in that first 5 years.
That's it.
Because after that, you got to give him money. Like I said, I think Burrow's gonna get the 260 range. You know what hurts is only a 4 year. You don't get that 5th-year option.
You don't get the 5th-year option.
About 2.25, I think, is what I think that's kind of where I project his numbers on be about 225. Mm-hmm. So they realize that, yeah, we're going to be good for a while, but our championship window is right now when we can still build what we can build around.
We can do so many things. The Philadelphia Eagles had a schedule, but where the good thing about Mahomes' contract, I mean, the numbers on paper, astronomical, but it's structured in a way, you know how they do. We can move money here, we can defer money there, because they were able to. They realized, we can't protect Mahomes. They went and spent a whole lot of money investing in the line, and like you just talked about, where he got all that money. Okay, we have to be very smart to draft. They got 4 rookies in the secondary that they drafted.
Yeah.
That's balling.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Absolutely.
And then you got Prosecco, whatever his name is, Pacheco, whatever.
Pacheco, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, dude, 7th round, you know what? We drafted Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He seemed like he can't stay out the buffet. Whatever. Let's go get this guy right here, Pacheco. And then we're going to give him Tyreek Hill number.
Yeah, we're giving him Tyreek Hill number.
And speaking of Tyreek Hill, they just give away hey, Tyreek, love you, buddy. Moving on.
Best weapon in the league, but you know what? We got to move on because it's easier to find another Tyreek Hill than it is to find another Patrick Mahomes.
My guy.
Easier
My
to find
God.
another Tyreek Hill. There's a lot of top wide receivers. Like, right now, as I said the other, Pat Mahomes is so good. He's so much better. I love Joe Burrow. It was annoying to kind of see it's Burrow. No, Burrow ain't on Pat. No, he's not close.
No.
He's not close to Pat.
No, he ain't got one of them things yet.
Pat threw for 326 and 2 touchdowns with receivers. You ain't never heard of on a bad foot. Out there hopping on receivers you ain't never heard. You ain't never heard of these cats, man.
I mean, Vontaze, something Scanlon, whatever.
Yeah, Mark Valdez-Scantling. Like, actually, he went to school in St. Pete down the road. But
okay,
yeah, like they got so many hyphenated receivers. They lead the league in hyphenated receivers, man. They got 3 tight ends. They got Trent Kelsey, who we know, and 2 cats that kind of look like Kelsey that we think could be Kelsey, but we say, who the hell is that? I thought that was Kelsey.
Like, he open too?
Yeah.
How are all the tight ends of Kansas City open? Like, what is going on?
Seriously. And it's like, so it's like, listen, y'all, Pat Mahomes is the best quarterback. It's unquestionable. He's the best quarterback in the league.
Oh, appreciate Twan. He came from Green Bay. I mean, I know where he came from, Twan, but I couldn't pronounce the name of Green Bay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Valdez.
He was so good that Aaron Rodgers said, man, get that clown out of here, man.
Get him out of here, man. Get him out of here. Aaron, during one of his first darkness retreat, like, all right, Valdez-Scantling got to go. I came out of darkness. Valdez-Scantling got to go. Get him out.
We don't like that dude, man. I'm on my second mushroom.
Yeah, Valdez.
Get that guy out of here.
Man, I don't want no more hyphenated receivers on my squad. No more. Get Valdez-Scantling out of here.
Oh,
don't try.
I got rid of Devontae. Might as well get rid of him too.
Yeah,
get rid of his ass.
Want that money? You want Aaron Rodgers' money? Nah, go get Aaron Rodgers' money somewhere else. Shoot, Aaron Rodgers' team. It's my team. Green Bay Aarons.
Matter of fact, we're gonna change the logo on the side of the damn helmet. We're gonna put an A over here.
Yeah, put A over here, A over there. That's right. Aaron.
Everybody gonna have 12 on the back of the helmet. How y'all like that?
That's right.
50 million.
Y'all are basically dedicating your seasons to me while I'm still playing. That's how good I am. Y'all dedicate y'all season to me y'all gonna dedicate y'all season while I'm still playing. Y'all gonna give me my flowers while I'm still here.
And meanwhile, this guy ain't been to the Super Bowl since the turn of the damn century. I'm like,
I can't even remember the last time he went. There ain't nobody in the league from the last time he went to the Super Bowl. Now that Brady about to retire, I feel like the whole league done flipped over since he went to the Super Bowl last time.
I keep telling people, y'all keep telling me Aaron Rodgers won the Super Bowl. When?
I barely remember it.
He can't even beat Matt Ryan. Like, Matt Ryan beat this man twice in the playoffs. Yeah, he can't even beat Matt Ryan.
Yeah. Jordy Nelson was his top receiver when he won the Super Bowl. And Jordy been out of the league for so long now. And they beat the Steelers, and I was on the Steelers they had a running back named Isaac, I think. They had just random. That Steelers cat was such a random roster team. This had just some random dudes on the squad. Probably with Mike Tomlin, I ain't heard of none of these guys when they was in the league. How Mike Tomlin make a Super Bowl with this team?
They had a old. I do remember they had an old Troy Polamalu because they took advantage of Polamalu the entire fourth quarter.
Yeah,
I do remember that.
Yeah, and I remember the game wasn't bad, and the Steelers made a little comeback. They started running the ball with Isaac and them other dudes. I don't even know Isaac. I don't even know Isaac's name. I'd have to go on Football Reference to find the rosters now. Part of it is I'm old now. I'm in my mid-40s. I don't remember nothing. It was I look at that, that might have been Mike Tomlin's best coaching job because I don't remember that team. I don't remember anybody but Roethlisberger, and I think he was throwing to I don't know who he was throwing. Was he throwing to oh God. The guy that the fast guy ended up at Mike Wallace. He was throwing
Mike
to Mike
Wallace.
Yes.
Throwing to Mike Wallace. Good old
Hines Ward was still on this. Was Hines Ward still in the roster?
Hines was at the very end.
Yeah.
I'm talking about super back nine. I mean, he was at the 18th hole.
yeah. He was on the green of the 18th hole, like he was putting. Yeah, like he was at the back end.
He coming up the hill at the Masters here at the 18th.
Exactly.
Good job, Hines. Get out of here.
That's when Aaron Rodgers won a Super Bowl. Back when we don't remember nobody, or I remember Ron, I remember Jordy Nelson. They had Charles Woodson on that team.
Charles Woodson arm was in a sling.
In a sling, yeah. Like Green Bay's whole secondary got hurt in the second half.
Yeah. Was Greg Jennings on that team? I think Greg Jennings was on that team.
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. That's my homework tonight. I gotta Google that. I can't let you go, Corey.
Okay.
Got to talk to you about NIL.
Okay. Yes.
Got to talk to you about NIL. Of course, the story broke. The breakdown with the kid, the 4-star quarterback. That he's at Arizona State now, but the deal that the Florida Gators had in place for this guy, that looked like that. I mean, that was better than a damn first round quarterback money.
Yeah, that was like there's some third rounders that are coming out. Like, man, I wish I had a deal. Shoot, that's a good deal.
Your thoughts on NIL as we continue to move forward? I mean, because like this is really like the first year that hey, NIL, go for it.
To me, if we're gonna have financial reform, it's gotta be in college football. It's gotta be a large landscape because you've got too many coaches making NFL coach money. You've got too many assistants making far more money than assistants are making so much more than they've ever made. You have head coaches leaving G5 jobs to take assistant positions at Power 5 schools because they're paying so much.
Right.
So if we're going to have financial reform, I want it to start with the coaches, with the cap on coaches, with coaches' salaries. Like if we're really trying to make college football more interesting and more inclusive and trying to, the money is where it starts. Like Cats can no longer have a staff of 100 analysts. And you can pay them whatever. No, you have a salary on what you can pay. You have a number on actual coaches that can be collecting a check from your program.
Right.
And when we start there, then we can tell me about how NIL isn't fair. But everybody, and this is something we've seen for years now. You could read the old, I got it over in my bookshelf, The Death to the BCS books by Dan Wetzel. You can see how these bowl dudes were just cleaning up. Like the dude at the International Bowl was making
it was Nino Brown in that thing out here, Corey.
Yeah, out here just making it rain with $750K for a game that nobody was watching, nobody was attending. He couldn't even get the bands to come out and attend it. And
like he's keeping all the money.
Yeah, he's keeping all the cash. So I'm like, and this dude ain't never played it down.
Dude.
And he didn't even have, his bowl wasn't even a marketer. ESPN just like, man, we need something on December 28th at 11:30 a.m. I
got a stadium. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, we'll put it up in Toronto. We got it going. We'll get Western Kentucky to play. I don't know. We'll get to play Fresno State. That thing gonna pop. Man, there were more people at Publix today than went to that game. Just
hand over fist. Them guys were getting it in. They were getting it in.
Yeah. So I want to see real financial reform at the levels to where, these coaches aren't making. You got coaches making $9 million, $10 million, $12 million, $13 million. You got Todd Monken making what, 2.5 at Georgia, somewhere around there.
And he took that interview because he leveraged him to get a raise. Because
Georgia
already say, listen, money ain't no object. Whatever they offer you, we can match it. So come on.
And it's just, and you got all these analysts on there because they just hiring anybody who can get them a player or got coaching experience. So it's like, I look like University of Florida, Billy Napier. I'm like, how are you gonna have 200 analysts on your coaching staff and still run Jack Miller out there in a bowl game? One of them analysts got to tell you that guy sucks and you can't play with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, which one of them analysts is in charge of telling you your quarterback sucks?
Who brought him in?
Yeah.
Who gave him a scholarship?
Yeah. Like, so I just think we need, because you know what? The guys used to do it with just 12 on a staff and a couple of interns. Like, and they was able to
GAs,
still
baby.
do it.
GAs, baby. You gotta go to GAs.
GAs making 18,000 a year. Like, you know, like
Go make that coffee, boy. Go get that coffee.
yeah. Well, go bring me all the film of the last 4 years of this team. Like, so, you know, I think I'm you know, before you tell me about NIL reform, you just tell me about financial reform in college football in general. You tell me about pooling some of this TV money so that one conference isn't so much head and shoulders above the other four. You start running it like an organization that you want to see success at from top to bottom, instead of one where it's basically every man for themselves out there, you know, and where you got USC and UCLA going to the Big Ten because the Big Ten got all the money and the Pac-12 is broke.
Yeah.
And and it's just, and that's what it comes down to. It's like you gotta, you have to be able to run college football is so successful in spite of itself. Like I've never seen any more success. Like they try to fail, they want to fail, they beg, they have failure in their mind. Like, oh God, how can we fail today? And they won't let us fail.
Corey, they couldn't fail. I mean, they could go tie up. They could tell, hey, this week everybody play with their third string quarterback. Not the second string. Everybody play with the third string quarterback. People are gonna still tune in from high noon to 2 in the
morning. But that Pac, like, because they're gonna be like, man, I heard that third string a 4-star coming in. I want to see him look, man. I heard that third string was pretty good. I saw him at that high school. I saw him on that high school game last year. He threw about 430.
Corey, two years ago, we were on a panel, and this was we knew NIL was we knew NIL was coming. Yeah, Twan, that's why Notre Dame. Why I'm gonna share this football money with y'all?
Yeah,
we ain't sharing it with nobody.
Yeah, we got all the money.
We got all the money.
And now they leverage. They basically help broker the Big Ten to come to NBC, so they can get a bit like Notre Dame. They get a bigger genius. Notre Dame genius. Notre Dame, like, hey, y'all really want to do this college football thing, right? What if we could bring you to Big Ten? They like, y'all can't watch us. Watch us.
Watch it.
Yeah.
The panel we were on, and they talked about how, okay, we got to find a structure if we say we need to pay these kids. And the team I was on, we basically had kind of come up with this thing, and it was so crazy because, I mean, there was ADs, it was admin, it was chancellors, all kind of people in the room. And we basically was like, hey, listen, you don't really have to, I mean, okay, we say these kids need money. We ain't got to give them that much money.
Yeah.
So say Power 5 kids. Let's just say the number is 25 grand.
Yeah.
Flat fee,
yeah.
25 grand. Boom. Maybe your sophomore year, you bump it to 30.
30, yeah. And that, you know what? When they came out, everybody thought that was kind of how it was going to go. But they did not realize, they did not look at themselves in the process and say, have we ever just done things like we were supposed to do them? Nope.
It's too much like right. Yeah, it's too much like right. Because what the NCAA said, they would say, you know what? I tell you what, we don't want nothing to do with that.
Yeah, we like, nah. That's on y'all.
So y'all go broker your own deals. Now you can't wear the gear. You can't have you can't have none of that stuff nowhere. You can wear the colors, but I bet not see a Nike sign. I bet not see a logo. None of that. But have at it. Yeah. And that's what we have, the Wild Wild West now. And it's crazy. We have two real high profile quarterbacks in our state. One, everybody knows Julian Lewis, the freshman phenom. If what we saw that kid at Florida being offered, by the time Juju becomes a senior at the rate NIL going, he gonna be worth 25 million.
Exactly. And that's why I was where you were. I was flat fee plus. I said, let's give them a flat fee, and you allow them to negotiate personal appearance fees over time. If if you're playing well and you become a star, and someone and a company wants to give you $10,000 to sit around there for 2 hours and sign helmets, good for you. Let's negotiate the video game money from EA Sports. Let's give them some of that. So everybody starts out with a flat fee. So if you third string tackle, you ain't gonna be. You get your 25 grand. First string tackle might be at 100K because he's doing personal appearances. He might have a little jersey thing. Might have a deal with some of the local car dealership, whatever. We all thought, they thought, well, they're gonna keep this thing local. It's gonna be real kind of hee-haw. Commercials everywhere. Nah, man. You got boosters out there. And Boosters been wanting to pay kids they've been waiting for this day, man. You imagine the champagne bottles that was popping when they said we could pay them for real and we ain't gotta worry about nothing.
Wait a minute. I ain't gotta meet you in no alley no more.
No, man.
Go out of here. It's up.
Man. The next day, so many LLCs were filed, man. It's like, man, this the day I've been waiting my whole life for, man. And here was the two problems. The coaches hate it because the money ain't going through them no more.
That's it.
The money ain't going through that. And I forget, I think was it Lane that said it? Somebody said the quiet part out loud when he said, we should get the money and decide who gets the NIL deal. I hear you.
Yeah,
I hear you.
I know why you want it that way, Lane.
Exactly.
I know why you want to see you want the bag, as all the kids say. You want the bag to sit in your office and then you distribute the funds.
Because what's the one thing college coaches love more than anything? Power. And if you got the money, if you got control of the money, they'll do whatever you want them to do. You love that. That's why Jim Boeheim, trifling ass, still at Syracuse, because he don't want to give up the power. That's why they had to run. That's why they had to expose Joe Paterno at Penn State, because he refused to give up the power.
The most powerful man in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, they did not. You look at a trifling cat like that, like the dude at Oklahoma State. That dude's so powerful in Stillwater. Like
old Gundy.
Yeah, old Gundy. Don't ever want to give up that power. That power. So that's why they're so mad, because they like, man, if this money just came through us, we can do anything we want them to do. Yeah. That's why they mad. And Dabo and them mad because they ain't got no control over who's getting what now.
Well, we still waiting on Dabo to quit, because Dabo said the day that players get paid, he was quitting.
Yeah, he forgot that comment. He's like, y'all took that out of context.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
I mean, if the school was gonna pay him. I don't mean we've been having other people pay him for years. That we already had done.
I mean, Dabo, why don't you give back some of that $10 million, Dabo?
Yeah.
Why don't you give back some of that? And it's just one of these things where, and that's why I always knock everybody, because I'm like, hey, remember we were all on board. Say, hey, players should get paid.
Yeah.
Hey, pay the players. Now the players get paid. Now, oh my God, it's out of control.
Oh yeah.
What are they doing?
Yeah. The thing is, the people that are handling these deals, they're happy with this. They want to pay these kids.
They love the case.
They love it. They love the fact, like, it gets it like, hey, that linebacker on the field, that's my investment. That's what I gave to this program.
You know what I tell everybody? I say, listen, go back and watch Blue Chips. And remember Buddy?
Yeah.
The dude that Nick Nolte hated?
Oh, yeah.
And he had to tell Nick Nolte, hey, look at the tape. That happened.
Right.
I own Tony.
I bought him. I bought Tony. That's on my payroll. Shoot. My man said, I own you, pal. I own you. I'm going to do things my way.
Hey,
get Leon Bedeau.
Yeah, then Nick Nolte beat Indiana. Then he had to go in the press conference and say, yeah, hey man, yeah, we paying these kids. Yeah,
Got it, man.
hey, Butch McCray, yeah, he wanted a house.
Yeah, Deion didn't even ask for the car, but Joker pulled down like 16 rebounds a night. That's the least we can do is give him a Cadillac.
I always said this, and me and Cam, we laugh about it every now and then. But I'm always telling people, you know, the bidding war that was for Cam Newton. You know, so okay, if 180 was the number, okay, 180 was the number. Look at everything Auburn gained.
Yeah,
in 1 year with Cam. That 180 was a drop in the bucket. Like
that 180 was an amazing investment. That 180 was like getting stock in Facebook back in like 2007. Like, you know, it was just you won so much off of that. Like, it made Auburn football important for 1 year. And that was all it gave Auburn football everything they wanted. The attention was on them.
Like they told Cecil, hey, look, Cecil, we're gonna blame you. We're gonna blame you, Cecil. Hey, you can't come to the games, can't be around the program. You should get what Cecil said. So
right, good, yeah. I was watching a little sorry program before now anyway. I wanted to go shoot. I wanted to go to
LSU. They watched Cecil so much. They were waiting to see if they were gonna do improvements on the church, improvements on the house. Cecil drove that gold 420 Benz that he done had forever. He drove that through the entire campaign. He never, like, wherever the bag was, Cecil, when they put it up, they didn't listen. They didn't touch none of that money. I mean, they had people over there every day. right, Jerry. Cecil, y'all, everybody. Cecil Newton is probably top 10 characters walking the planet. This guy, Cecil Newton, is a character.
That's funny.
So he probably told Albany, like, listen, okay, I can't come around. I can't even come to the Heisman. Listen, that's my child.
Yeah.
I done had him my whole life. He'll be fine without me for a couple of months.
He good. Y'all give him a team, ain't got no other draft picks on there. Y'all give him a team coached by some dude that went 5-20. He'll still win. Watch this. You're lucky we ain't asked for $480,000. You're lucky we ain't asked for that much. Shoot. If I'd have known, I'd have asked for a lot more. Shoot.
Cause look at everything Auburn gained. Like you say, that 1 year. I mean, jersey sales, you on TV. Yeah. I mean, you after the LSU game, Cam became, I mean, dude, ESPN sent the crew when they played Cyrus. Oh, Miss was sorry at this time.
Yeah.
Cam out there catching touchdowns. Like they running trick play with Cam.
Man.
So the 180 investment in Cam Newton paid out big time.
Man, that was paid off in week one.
Glaze and I, we covered the Birmingham Bowl. This was a couple of Chiswick got fired.
Yeah.
So Chiswick was doing TV. So we you know how they feed they feed the media and everybody before the game. Chiswick is behind us in line. So we laugh. I told Glaze, man, look at Chiswick's shoes. Chiswick had the Detroit Gators on. He was iced up roller. He had a basic roller. He was iced up.
Yeah.
I said, shit, Chiswick around there like, hey man, look, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm straight. I want a national title. I'm good. I want a natty.
Yeah.
I got a natty.
Y'all can't tell me nothing.
Y'all ain't got no natty. A lot of y'all good coaches, y'all good. Y'all ain't got no natty. I got one.
And Mississippi State probably still saying because it was Mississippi State and Auburn. So the dude Mississippi State, because they got outbid, and they tried to go snitch. Didn't work out too good. And that's probably why they program still the way it is. Because they probably like, damn it, we should have gave Cam 220.
All y'all had to do was look like, seriously, y'all skimping on 180. When you think about it now, like, y'all skimped on 180. 180. Y'all couldn't just throw the collection plate around one more time and get that thing up to 200. He'd have been there. He'd have
Come on.
been there.
Matter of fact, let's just make it 230 to leave no doubt.
Yeah, let's make it 250 so we got some room to spare.
Yeah, I mean, let's leave no doubt because clearly Auburn ain't got that kind of money right now. Dog. Auburn is going through stuff.
Struggling right now, so we can just jump on in there.
You know, Bo ain't writing no checks. Like, we ain't winning. Bo ain't writing no checks.
Bo ain't writing nothing right now.
Charles Barkley, he ain't writing no check. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, exactly.
And with this NIL thing, I listen. I don't right now. I still think it's gonna be the Wild Wild West.
Yeah, it will be for a while. I think
up until some just crazy like say to one of these kids, somebody gonna say, "Dude, I'm gonna get this kid 30 million," and it's the quarterbacks that's always gonna benefit y'all.
Yeah,
it's gonna be the quarterback benefit.
What I find is happening is that different programs are using them for different things. It's like you have some that are using it to pay recruits that are, getting on, even though A&M ain't doing it, they pay recruits to.
Yeah, of course not. No, not Jimbo. Of course not.
People just want to go to College Station.
Yeah, come on, not Jimbo.
Destination. They see them oil rigs from miles away and just fall in love. Weird ass school, man.
You're gonna wear your cadet uniform every day. Yeah.
Y'all ain't even part of no military program. Y'all ain't part of nothing. Y'all like a JR. Y'all ain't part of nothing. Y'all ain't even part of the Space Force. They ain't part of Air Force, Space Force, and the Coast Guard. None of them. Y'all basically the guardian angels of cadet wear. So
where y'all even get them uniforms from, man? Where y'all get them uniforms?
Yeah. Some use them like USC used all that money for transfer portal to pay the kids to transfer. You got Florida State used theirs for roster retention. Like they got all them guys that come back because instead, like their high school recruiting is garbage. Like they don't even recruit high school kids.
Oh no,
Like, we got no money, got no time for them kids. The kids 18.
You can't help me. You can't help me. You can't help me.
Yeah, we get them portal kids. And we get them to come back. We use them. So like colleges and the programs are figuring out different. So really, it's going to come down to who's using the money the smartest way.
Right.
And and I figured Georgia's got so much money, they're probably using it on different levels. We got different guys. Like, as you notice, Kirby is never worried. Like, lose a 5-star in the transfer portal. That's cool. I got another one. Like, Georgia has the best recruits that you never really hear of. Yep. Like all these other places, you got like that's a top freshman. Georgia top freshmen don't even play. Nah. They just be sitting. The white boys, the white boys, like Brock, like the white kids. Yeah. But like the brother, like I didn't even know like James Cook left, and the dude they got running looked just like James Cook.
Yeah, Kenny Milton, all of them. Yeah,
they all look the same. All them secondary cats, all them guys, linebackers. We always got us some good D linemen, and you don't know their name. Don't worry about it. You'll find out.
In 2 years, he'll be number one overall draft pick in 2 years. Don't worry about it.
Find out when he gets here. Like so, it's just amazing how their programs are starting to fit. They're figuring out what are we going to put these resources to. What are we going to put our little our little NIL whatever they call them,
everybody calls it the collectives now. We got the such. So at Georgia, interest love Champ Bailey and Aaron Murray. They're over the collective.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're over. It's like at Ohio State. 12 gauge is over.
12 gauge is over there. Yeah, he's over.
So every school is bringing like these guys back.
Yeah, I like that. They're bringing back all the lumps here. Quick, I can make how much on this collector? Yeah, I'll do this. I got this.
So you mean all I got to do is go out and explain to people why they need to give more money? And this is what's so crazy about the Nick Saban rant when that rant everybody that went viral. I say, y'all listen, Nick Saban wasn't throwing nobody under the bus, but his alumni, he was basically telling the alumni,
y'all got to do more.
Hey. Y'all like walking around with y'all Alabama stuff on, bragging and all that stuff. Listen, I need more.
Yeah, I want more.
If you gave $300K, you need to get $500K. If you gave $1 million, you need to get $2 million.
I'll be like, how much joy has Alabama football brought you since I've been here, since 2009? How much joy has it brought you? You got to give something back now. It's time for you to pay back. These national championships come at a price. That price is getting raised
at a
every
premium
year.
too. I mean, I'm talking about premium.
Premium price. Yeah.
Because we're sitting here and I'm like, hey guys, like y'all tell me, well, coach, need to do this, need to do that. Coach, how he out recruit me? Well, he out recruited me because his budget was bigger than ours.
I'm like, listen, if y'all gonna spend that money on eggs, you might as well spend it on offensive tackle.
Hey, I tell you what, stop buying your damn wife them pocketbooks.
Yeah.
Don't buy a boat this year. Don't buy a boat this year.
She don't need another Louis Vuitton bag. What we need is another cornerback.
Listen,
that's what we need.
Nothing wrong with that boat you got. Nothing.
Yeah. But this running game ain't gonna go nowhere unless we got a top back in the backfield.
Pay him.
Yeah. Put that money that you put toward that boat toward that tailback.
His mama said that she going to the highest bidder.
Yeah. And they making it clear too. They let y'all know we really the NIL is really going to decide how much we like a school. You know? And I mean, like, we might like a school, but do we NIL like them? You know? Like,
hey,
this is a nice place to go to school if you want to be a student, but y'all want me to be a football player.
I mean, I'm looking in I'm looking in the parking lot and I don't see no foreigns. Like all I see are Chargers and Chevys.
Yeah.
What are foreigns?
Yeah, where's Jaguar at?
Is that what y'all doing?
I don't see no Mercedes out here.
I mean, my dog, I talked to Bijan. Bijan had a Lambo on campus.
Yeah, exactly. Bijan out there rolling around. Bijan out there rolling around in a $120,000 Benz. Like, I want to know where mine is. Where's it at? Like, all I see, where is he going to go in the Chevy Equinox? Where is he possibly going to go? Where can he go?
Dude.
Yeah.
I can't even get the homies in the dog. Help me out.
Yeah.
I need a Sprinter van. Give me a Sprinter van.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, really, we need the problem is make NIL work for me.
Yeah.
Make it work for me. Make this NIL thing work for me.
Yeah. Y'all sitting here worried about my damn SAT score.
Yeah. Better be worried about my NIL deal. I can get that SAT score.
Right.
But y'all get that extra $250,000.
Because my uncle said, it's the uncles out here.
Always the uncle.
You know it's the uncles out here doing this, right?
Yeah.
You know,
uncle definitely be out there negotiating.
My uncle said he need Escalade and he need a chain. He need a big chain, the one like Plies be wearing. Yeah. He need that.
Big chain.
But we ain't coming.
Big chain with the logo on it.
Yeah, we ain't coming. We want a big gator.
The thing that Jerry Rice was wearing we want one of those with the Georgia helmet on. We want that. That's what I want. I want that Jerry Rice chain.
Oh, and by the way, I know this sound crazy. But my mama said, now, I ain't say it, coach. I ain't say it.
Not me. I just want to play. I just want to play ball.
I just want to play ball, coach.
I want to play ball, coach.
My mama said,
yeah,
she need 100,000.
Yeah, cash, 10s and 20s preferably. But if you got to do 50s, that's okay. We like to keep a low profile.
You ever seen the episode of Breaking Bad where Walter White he showed Skyler the black bag the first time? We need one of those.
And here's the thing, coach. I'm gonna tell you this. Other school offered us 125, but I was gonna give you for 100. But I like you, coach. I like your program. I think we can win here.
So when we played dress up, when we played, when we put on all the different uniforms and I was posing on them, coach.
I could have went out on the field that day.
I'm committing to you.
And for a package of about $650,000, I will do it for you. I will do it for you better than anybody that's ever done it for you before.
Man, I ain't fooling with you, man. Everybody. We're going to do this again that week, Corey.
All right, let's do it. We're
going to do this that week, everybody. That's my guy right there, y'all. That's the great Corey Long. He down there in Florida doing great work.
Look how much we solved in 90 minutes. We have changed college football.
Dude, we did yeoman work, dog.
Now every game means something because we
No.
taking stuff away if y'all lose.
I'm finna cut this up and I'm finna send it to Mr. Bat over at Georgia Tech because he gonna have to fire that basketball coach now.
Yeah.
We got to get that dude out of there. We getting I can't remember the Paul Hewitt. Paul Hewitt come out the books this year. Might as well go on to fire everything in basketball.
Yeah, just start fresh.
Start fresh.
Exactly. Start with a whole new start. Just cut everybody on the team, all the assistants, the trainers, everything. We want a new empty slate. We have an empty building.
Hey man, Josh Pastner has been the worst thing. Like I can't and his press conferences, like I don't even go to him no more. I'm just like, dude, I already know what he's gonna say. I know what he's gonna say.
Play ball, man.
Dude.
Play ball.
Ever since you got caught up in that Foot Locker tennis shoe scam, I knew you wasn't the guy. You wasn't the guy.
Yeah.
Get him out of here.
Yeah.
Everybody.
That's sloppy.
Next Tuesday. 6 o'clock good for you again?
Yeah, we do that.
Next Tuesday, y'all, 6 o'clock. Me and Corey back. Appreciate you, my dog.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Boy, good show, man. Boy, you goofy, man.